With Saturday's game, there are officially no more undefeated WNBA teams this season. The New York Liberty drop into the Fever, and the Minnesota Lynx taking their first loss of the season to the Seattle Storm. But Caitlin wasn't the only one who had a big game this weekend. Angel Reese earned her first WNBA career triple-double. She had 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 11 assists in Chicago's win over the Connecticut Sun on Sunday. Angel and Caitlin now the only two players to record triple-doubles this season. The Sky's next game is tonight on our sub-channel, MyTV 8-3. And voting is now open for the WNBA All-Star Game. You have until next Saturday to cast your ballots, either on the WNBA app or on WNBA.com. And this Friday is a double vote day, so your ballot will count twice. The All-Star Game will be July 19th in Indiana, and hey, we'll broadcast it right here on Channel 8. But one All-Star who's still out is reigning MVP A'ja Wilson. She'll miss her third consecutive game tonight when the Las Vegas Aces take on the Minnesota Lynx thanks to concussion protocol. A'ja's been out since being hit in the head in a game against the LA Sparks last Wednesday. In tennis, Tatiana Maria won the HBSC Queens Championship this weekend and made history. She is now the oldest woman to even reach a final since Serena Williams did it in 2020. Maria was on a 9-match losing streak before this event, and then she took out 3 top 20 players, including Madison Keys. The world-ranked 86th seed now poised to cut her ranking in half. You'll love to see it. And the next Grand Slam of the year begins on Monday, June 30th. This year, Wimbledon is increasing the prize money. Both the men's and women's singles champions will earn more than $4 million, which is an 11% increase from last year. And check out how cool this is. The Women's Tennis Association has announced a groundbreaking new special eligibility ranking rule. So now, players that are undergoing fertility procedures like egg or embryo freezing can take a few months off of playing, then safely return to a competition with a protected ranking. In soccer, a new report from Nielsen Sports and PepsiCo says women's soccer will be one of the top 5 sports in the world in the next 5 years. The global fan base is projected to grow by 38% and reach more than 800 million people by the year 2030. The report also found that about 60% of those fans are projected to be women and that the global broadcast audience will rise by 30%. And for the second year in a row, the U.S. women have just won the 7x7 TST soccer tournament. In doing so, they bagged themselves a $1 million prize. This year's team had several retired women's national team legends, including Carly Lloyd, Allie Krieger, and Lindsey Harris. So let's check in on our domestic league, the NWSL. These are the top 8 teams right now in a league of 14. 8 teams, of course, advanced to postseason play. And it's the Kansas City Current that have been dominant, with the defending champs, the Orlando Pride, right behind them. The closest team to us, though, the Chicago Stars, is sitting in 13th place. In other sports news, America's brand new Pro Softball League is officially underway. The Athletes Unlimited Softball League, or AUSL, threw its first pitch earlier this month in Rosemont, Illinois. There are 4 teams in the league right now, and they play in 10 different cities across the U.S. So teams don't have cities in their names. Instead, you have the Bandits, Talons, Volts, and the Blaze. In the pool, get used to this name. Summer McIntosh is just 18 years old, but she's one of the best swimmers in the world. The Canadian swimming trials just wrapped up, and she broke 3 world records in just 5 days of competition. That makes Summer the first swimmer to set 3 new world records in 3 different events at one meet since Michael Phelps did it at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. And finally tonight, Nina Cusick, a pioneering marathon runner and Boston Marathon winner, has died. She ran the Boston Marathon in an era before women were even allowed to, and eventually won the first official women's race in 1972. Cusick went on to win numerous marathons and served on multiple committees drafting rules for women's running. Cusick was 86. And that'll do it for this week's Women in Sports.